3. Western literature and cross-cultural elements. 3.5. William Butler Yeats poems and cross-cultural elements. Widely recognized as one of the best narrative poets, William Butler Yeats was an Irish national treasure. His work straddled the 19th century and 20th century. This video introduces 3 of William Butler Yeats' poems, which are A Coat, The Second Coming, and Byzantia. These 3 poems are associated with the cultures of Ireland, Greece, Egypt, Israel, Eastern Roman Empire, and/or Byzantium. The poem A Coat contains a cultural connection between Irish embroideries and Greek mythologies. According to P.W. Joyce, embroidery was practiced in Ireland in pre-Christian times and was a well-recognized art from the earliest period of legend. Let me recite a quote for you. I made my song a coat, covered with embroideries, out of old mythologies, from heel to throat. But the fools caught it, wore it in the world's eyes, as though they'd wrote it. Song didn't take it, for there's more enterprise in walking naked. In the poem A Coat, the coat is covered with Irish embroideries, out of Greek mythologies. William Butler Yeats was an Irish poet, so the coat he made should be covered with the patterns he embroidered. All the embroidery patterns on the coat are entirely out of Greek mythologies. In this way, the Greek mythologies are combined with the Irish poet's embroideries. The Irish poet William Butler Yeats is the creator of the embroideries on the coat. The Irish poet's creation of the embroideries and the ancient Greek mythologies are integrated. This poem shows a cultural integration of the new, referring to the Irish poet's poetic creation, and the old, referring to the ancient Greek mythologies. In the poem The Second Coming, the second stanza shows a cultural integration of Egypt and Israel. Let me recite the second stanza for you. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming, hardly are those words out, when a vast image out of spiritus modi troubles my sight. Somewhere in sands of the desert, a ship with lion body and the head of a man, a gaze blank and pitiless as the sun, is moving its slow sighs, while all about it, real shadows of indignant desert birds. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast is our come, run at last, slouches towards Bethlehem to be born. Firstly, spiritus modi literally means world spirit. A ship with lion body and the head of a man, in sands of the desert, reminds us of the great Sphinx in Egypt. A sphinx is a mythological creature with the body of a lion and the head of a person. The Egyptians built sphinx statues to guard tombs and temples. The rough beast referring to the Sphinx slouches toward Bethlehem to be born in the last two lines in the second stanza. Bethlehem is a small town close to Jerusalem, where Jesus is said to have been born. Jerusalem is a city in the Middle East, located in the Judean mountains, between the Mediterranean and the Dead Sea. It is a holy city to the three major religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The Judean mountains are located in Israel. In the poem, The Second Coming, there is a depiction of cultural integration of Egypt and Israel. The Sphinx slouches towards Bethlehem to be born. The Great Sphinx is a cultural heritage in Egypt, whereas Bethlehem is seen as a melting pot of cultures. Most importantly, Bethlehem is the birthplace of Jesus Christ. The title of the poem, Byzantium, shows a multicultural imprint over centuries. Byzantium was an ancient Greek colony in early antiquity that later became Constantinople and later Istanbul. Byzantium was colonized by the Greeks from Megara in 657 BC. The Byzantine Empire, also referred to as the Eastern Roman Empire and the Byzantium, was the continuation of the Roman Empire in its eastern provinces during late antiquity and the Middle Ages. When I recite the poem Byzantium, you can read it intensively to deconstruct it. The verb of each sentence in this poem is highlighted in yellow. The unpurged images of they recede. The emperor's drunken soldiery are abed. Night resonance recedes. Night walker's song. After a great cathedral gone, a sunlit or moonlit dawn distance. All that man is, all mere complexities. The fury and the mire of human vents. Before me floats an image, man overshed, shed more than man, more image than a shed. For Hades bobbing, bound in mummy clothes, may unwind the winding path. A mouth that has no moisture and no breath. Breathless mouths may summon. I hail the superhuman. I call it death in life and life in death.